Yes, I want to tell you in this video how the government plans to roll out the new curriculum that started in September 2025, and this is the official NERDC authentic information. So let me begin with the idea of receiving scheme of work from primary 1 to SS3. I don't know where people get that from, but based on what the NERDC has published, there are only certain classes that has been released, and I'm going to walk you through that process here. This is the core philosophy of the NERDC, right, which is a cornerstone of the National Education Sector Reform Initiative. There are three major goals that the new curriculum intends to achieve. Number one, reduce content overload. They are streamlining subjects to focus on deep comprehension rather than rote memorization. Digital literacy. They are introducing essential technology skills from the early stage of primary school, including AI and coding. Although introduction of coding is a bit late, but it's not bad. Though it's late, really late, because now AI has taken over. However, they also introduced AI to the curriculum to serve as a buffet. Then they introduced trade subjects. Now, the difference between the trade subjects is that the trade subjects were there before, they had up to 34, but now the goal is also to reduce it so that there'll be deep work, deep learning. We are moving on to the core strategy of how they intend to phase out this old curriculum and roll in the new one. First, they had the pilot testing, which was early in 2025. By the time the 2025-2026 session began, they rolled out the first set. And then the goal is to continue it. So currently we have the old curriculum and the new curriculum working together in all the schools in Nigeria because of the rollout plan. And this is how they plan to do it. Currently, they've rolled out the curriculum for primary 1, primary 4, JSS1 and SS1. That's the plan. Then primary 2 and primary 3, primary 5, primary 6, JSS2, JSS3, SS2 and SS3. As a 2025-2026 session, we're using the old curriculum. They will write exam in the old curriculum, except something else changes. As of today, that's the plan. So if your child is in primary 2, 3, 5 or 6, SS2, 3, SS2, 3, during the 2025-2026 session, they will not face an abrupt change. They will not suddenly start using the new curriculum. They will still be using the old one. It is only those classes that I mentioned earlier, which is primary 1, primary 4, JSS1 and SS1, that will be using the new curriculum. Now, what other changes occurred in new curriculum? Number 1, primary 1 to 3 now has a minimum of 9 subjects, maximum of 10. The 10th subject is Arabic, which is not necessary. Primary 4 to 6, the whole subject has been reduced to 10 to 12. Those extra 2 subjects is Arabic and French. French is no longer a compulsory subject. It's now optional if your school wants to do it. Junior secondary school has been reduced to 12 to 14. The 14th subject is also French and Arabic. So basically they have only 12 subjects to work with. Then senior secondary school has been reduced. It's only been 8, 9. So basically they have time to deep dive. Out of that 8 senior secondary, there's 1 shade subject. Alright, so basically they are doing 7 subjects. Out of those 8 subjects rather, 1 of them is social and citizenship studies and digital technology and trade subjects. That's 3 core subjects that is not, department specific. So basically, they are faced with, out of that 8, the remaining 5 is their core subject, basically. Then Senior secondary school, we've talked about that. Technical school, they have 8 to 9 too. Then you have the idea behind the trade subject. The idea behind the trade subject is every JS2 student is now required to choose exactly one trade subject. They can choose more than two. I know some private schools choose 3 or even 4, or even all 6. But the whole idea is that the child is writing the exam and is writing only one of it. It is expected from the new curriculum that the child will start it from GS1, master it throughout secondary school. That's 6 years of mastery. So they will continue with this specific subject as a core complete throughout secondary school. Core subject, you must do it from primary GS1 to SS3. Then what's the impact of that? The impact of that is that a child who starts learning maybe fashion from GS1 continues it as a core compulsory subject till SS3 will have depth in that knowledge because they are learning it from 6 years. It's not just theory, it's practical. That's the whole idea. So look at it. Instead of in the old system, you probably do one trade subject in year 1, continue with another in year 2, continue with another in year 3, continue like that, choose different one throughout your 6 years. There's no depth. Consistency matters. So if a child starts fashion in primary GS1, continues the same fashion throughout 6 years, there's going to be mastery, there's going to be depth. And that's what education should be. Mastery learning. You master a skill, become deep in it. In fact, during holidays, the child can go on into the marketplace to go and learn from a mentor. So beautiful, right? So this is the timeline for examination for the new curriculum. In the 2025-2026 session, we just ended because this is July 2026. They released Primary 1, Primary 4, SS1 and GSS1. It has begun. It is expected that in 2026-2027 session, that GS1 that started, that Primary 1 that started, that Primary 4 that started, they will continue with the new curriculum into the next CAP. So Primary 1 will continue the new curriculum into Primary 2. Do you understand? GSS1 will continue the new curriculum into GSS2. Primary 4 will continue the curriculum into Primary 5. Then any class after them, they will still continue with the old curriculum till they finish the exam. So if somebody starts in Primary 1, the new curriculum, and continues in Primary 2 till Primary 3, remember that Primary 4 has already started it. By the time they now enter Primary 4, the old set has already started and they have continued to Primary 6. So the whole country will now be doing the national curriculum. Currently, there are 2 curriculums, the old and the new. So that is the rollout plan. In 2027-2028 session, that's when everybody will now be aligned and then they will write the first exam. I hope this makes sense. If you need clarity, you can still send messages in the comment section. I'm available to answer it. Another beautiful thing about the new curriculum is that it is encouraging mastery over memorization. I've always been a fan of mastery learning and not memorization. That's why I kind of like this initiative. Let's be patient and see how it goes. Right, so the 2025-2026 curriculum rollout is not just a change in subject, it's a fundamental shift in how Nigeria approaches learning by reducing content overload, embedding digital literacy early, and mandating a 6-year trade specialization. We are transitioning from an era of scattered memorization to a future of focused, future-ready mastery. I believe if we all use the curriculum properly, we get something well out of it. If the content is not rich enough, you now have, as a teacher, as a school, the opportunity to, add more knowledge because now you have more time. Go online, get more content, and make it richer because I know some subjects are not that rich now because they've reduced it. Even though everybody is shouting that there's history in the curriculum, the content of the history that I've seen so far is not so rich. Maybe in the next year, for example, they release only GS1. Maybe by the time they release GS2, it will be richer, GS3 it will be richer, SS1 it will be richer, and all that. But for now, let's just work with this and believe that the best year to come. If it's not still good enough, still go and fight again.